Hey, crypto traders, checking in on the broader market as well as the cryptocurrency space because there's a lot going on right now. A lot of weakness as all of our assets are correlated and they are inversely correlated to the dollar. We've known that for a long time and it's continuing to show us that that is the case. The dollar bounce here confirming the daily trend change. Again, not entirely convincingly, but definitely a bull break, and the dollar hit the highest price that we've seen here in almost 5-6 weeks. And it's leading to a lot of weakness in stocks, precious metals, and cryptocurrency. So again, there's nothing new in this relationship between all of these assets. And if we're going to get notable follow through, I should say convincing follow through, we need to clear 93.91 and 93.99. We'll just call it 94. Get over 94 and it is a convincing daily trend change. The weekly time frame will be negating the possibility of a bear flag being the most likely scenario if we can get over that 94 level. What stands out right now, best case possible for the asset bulls, is a daily trend change and a lack of follow through. What does that mean? It means zoom out and look for a flag. So that is still possible, but what we would need to see from here is the 4-hour uptrend lost into tomorrow. We've got tons of space for the dollar to give us a 4-hour high or low. If we lose the 4-hour uptrend into tomorrow, then the possibility of a daily trend change and a lack of follow through leading to a potential weekly bear flag will remain possible. And that is what bulls are sitting here going like this, because that would help bounces significantly. Gold, so we'll just look at gold on the daily time frame. Very clear tightening range, bear break, volume spike. We took out multiple support levels. 1862 support did still hold, but we're just looking for an hourly lower high to be the result of this current bounce. We would have to change the hourly trend. Then we zoom out. We look for a 4-hour lower high, have to change the 4-hour trend. Then we zoom out and look for a daily lower high compared to 1974. So you get the idea. A lot of work is needed on a lot of time frames for these bulls to regain control on this bounce. So bear break on gold. Bitcoin, big bear day today. Bear volume spike. And one bear day taking out essentially a week's worth of slow bull grind up, and 10,211 daily support broke. You could call that a double bottom. We only broke it by $30, but bottom line is it's looking like our weekly lower high has been set. If we drop down and break 98.13 from here, we confirm a clear weekly downtrend, and that would increase the odds of our monthly scenario. Let's lay out 2 monthly scenarios. If 9,800 holds on this current pullback and we set a weekly high or low and the bulls make their way back up to the recent high of 11,200, which in my opinion would only be possible if the dollar is a weekly bear flag. If that happens, the monthly bull flag on Bitcoin stays alive. If 9,800 support breaks, the odds of a monthly bull flag decrease significantly, and then we shift back to what we've been watching, bigger picture, the 2-month time frame, and the possibility that our 2-month lower high has been set and that we're going to consolidate into tighten up into mid-2021 before we would get a break of this tightening range. So again, I'm just thinking about it as probability. And there's a needle right now which has probability favoring a monthly bull flag. And if 9,800 breaks, that probability needle drops significantly, and the probability needle for a 2-month lower high will increase a good bit. So 9,800 is that key level, and of course we're watching the dollar and $94 psychological resistance to see can this daily trend change get followed through or not. Bitcoin dominance chart, daily equilibrium breaking bull, not surprising because it has been correlated with the dollar, and it's not surprising that that bull break and daily trend change being confirmed is happening on the dollar and the dominance chart at the same time. It too needs a convincing bull break and follow through, because look at this resistant zone at 62 and look where we topped out, 62.05. That's not a convincing break. Could this be a weekly bear flag? You could make the argument that unless we convincingly get over 62, the answer is yes, it's still a possible bear flag. Everything that I just said about the dollar, you can apply to the Bitcoin dominance chart because they're correlated and they're doing the same thing. Clear resistance zone. The only difference is the dollar is not testing 94 right now, and 62 is essentially the Bitcoin dominance's version of that $94 resistance. ETH USD. Daily uptrend has been lost. Weekly time frame, lower high has been set. And if we drop down and confirm the weekly downtrend by breaking 310, we zoom out and monthly consolidation is underway. Anything above $90 is a monthly high or low. So we're watching that weekly 310 support, and the odds of breaking bearish are a bit higher on ETH. Why? Because the dominance chart is trying to break bull, and the ETH BTC equilibrium just broke bear. So really nice tightening range. There's your bear break. 3122 has to break for convincing follow through, but clearly the Bitcoin bulls are gaining strength against ETH, and because it's happening on a drop, it tells us the altcoins are dropping faster than Bitcoin is currently dropping, which is why the dominance chart is going up during weakness. I did stop out of an ETH swing position, the little bit that I had left. And I also stopped out of a link swing position. I'm back to all cash aside from my no touch positions and being very patient to wait for some clarity here. Link USD, so I was looking for a playoff 922. I entered right around $10 yesterday, and I used a very small position because my risk was 10% of risk, using $9 as my stop. I was looking for a weekly higher low to be set, trying to play off that level. Target would have been $13, $14, looking for a weekly lower high. Obviously, we broke support, stopped out, acceptable loss, and just used a position size with 10% risk, where that is only a day and a half loser for me. So back to stocks day trading to try and make that back, but overall, small position when there is more percentage risk. So we're still looking for that weekly higher low to form, because anything above 652 is a weekly higher low. And the 4-hour RSI got crushed. It's still in the teens. This bounce is just getting no follow through. 855 support still in play. 913 key resistance in the short term. A lot of volatility on these bounces. Nice 5-6% bounce even for a potential bear flag. But the lack of any nearby support to be playing off of makes it obviously very high risk to be just scaling in, which is why I would rather exit in oversold conditions as opposed to just continuing to add to a position with no clear level nearby. So I do expect a solid weekly bounce once we can find a support level, but there's no sign of that happening just yet. YFI USDT, clear 18,000 support to be playing off of. Again, that's 15%, almost 20% risk, more than 20% from where we're at right now. If you're playing off that level, it has to be a small position size. And if we get a bounce and hold that higher low, we will certainly be looking for a lower high and the potential of a head and shoulders pattern here. So bears are going to be patiently waiting for a daily lower high to enter short, and bulls are watching for a potential playoff 18,000 to try and see a long entry. On any bounce attempts, we know we're just looking for hourly lower highs. We have to change hourly trends. We know we're then just looking for 4-hour lower highs. Pretty much we're playing the zoom out game. So even Bitcoin here, just looking for an hourly lower high on this bounce where the RSI got absolutely crushed. And again, RSI levels got crushed in my opinion because it was a lot of fear in all assets and a bit of a flight to the dollar. LTC USD, as I've talked about in recent videos, we keep highlighting the LTC and XRP weakness. That doesn't mean play it bullish as a laggard. That means if you are trading the cryptocurrency space bearish and you see a setup where Bitcoin might be showing some bear signs, play the weaker names bearish, play the stronger names bullish. So LTC and XRP are great names for bears to be playing bearish. I don't want to be playing them bearish if Bitcoin is showing us strength. But the first sign of Bitcoin weakness, these are the names to be looking bearish on. Litecoin is confirming a weekly bear break to lower lows, which would be essentially if ETH were down 15% more from where it stands right now, even more than that, to see where, or I should say, if it were going to be comparable to this Litecoin drop. So bears in complete control with daily 12-period exponential resistance rejecting the price, a clear volume spike, and a new leg down, and a very comfortable downtrend on a lot of time frames. XRP is on the verge of confirming a weekly bear flag as well. 229 is that level, a very weak weekly bounce, and if 229 breaks, we're in an area with a lack of support. So bears keeping complete control of these names, and there's no sign of that changing. So those are the lead bears if looking bearish. So that's where we stand overall. The number one question that I have over the next few days, can the dollar break 94 and prove follow through? If we lose the 4-hour uptrend in the dollar in the short term, that's best case scenario for Bitcoin bulls, who who are trying to form a weekly higher low compared to 9,800 support. It's getting to be crunch time. Is it a 2-month equilibrium playing out into 2021? Is it a monthly bull flag looking to break short-term resistances and see bull momentum into 2021? Very big difference, and we're probably going to get that answer within the next couple of weeks. I appreciate you watching. Do good things out there. Bundle up, it's getting cold. I'm certainly doing so, and we'll see you soon. Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of thechartguys.com, here to teach you how to tame the charts, get rich, get buff all at the same time. We're proud to introduce to you the Big Bull Bodybuilder Barbell here for a limited time only at chartguys.com. Act now for a limited time and we'll send to you 47 DVDs with such exercises as the bull flag, the oversold bounce, the spinning top reversal candle. After following our carefully curated system, you'll be confident enough to make money on the charts, show some skin at the beach, and yell in all conversations.